Well, here we are on another cold night in Bucharest. Thank God it's not snowing. I'm sitting right next to the obelisk. Now you can see how big it is at night. You can see the nice masonry. The pyramid, the eye shoved through the pineal gland, or the pineal gland shoved through the eye, or the pyramid and the eye and I don't know, it's confusing. But I'd like to talk about some things that are distressing me while I'm on the streets. It's April 4th, and it's post. A time when you're supposed to give up the things that you love the most for him. Well, I think it's time that I talked about the one thing that I love the most. Yes, it's God, Jehovah. Yes, it's Jesus. Yes, it's Mary. I love these things, but fortunately, the thing I loved the most was this woman named C.I.A. And I really need to talk about what I did because this is my confession. Because if I hadn't loved her, she'd probably still be here today. Working in Romania in the music business is a very difficult thing because the music business is the female cartel business. And what I mean by this is the model business is a female cartel business because the women, are so beautiful. And they're very sought after internationally by men all over the world. So these men pay a lot to have a Romanian wife, sex slave, Romanian donor to have their baby, whatever, because the women and the people are somewhat healthy here. They eat good, the food was good, the vegetables were good, and so they're really well sought after. Well, I was living in Culturchin with in a house owned by Luca Petit, and he is the owner of Volcanic Records. Now, I was living in the basement in a studio, and right across from my studio was Tom Boxer's studio. Tom Boxer is known for working for Fashion TV, and he's from Craiova. His real name is Cosmin. He was also caught at the Russian border the same weekend Michael Jackson died. The same weekend my girlfriend came up missing. The same weekend Tom Boxer, the guy that I worked in the music industry with, and I hated him because he stole my ideas. I'd be sitting in the studio singing, and next thing you know, here comes his new song. Fortunately, in the Romanian music business, they're not talented. The ones that work for people like Nica Geru and the Female Cartel. They are ex-government hackers that, get a job working as a artist. And at the same time, they take women across borders and countries and they say, no, they're models, they're dancers, they're with me. But the truth is, these women are coerced into being prostitutes and forced into selling their bodies by these men. Because unfortunately the women in Romania are treated very badly and they're kept in a place of submission. A friend of mine was even telling me that the men in this country even go so far as they're so happy to have daughters because they raise their daughters to be whores so these women can bring back money to the house. This was told to me by a Romanian man. Now, unfortunately, at the time when the love of my life came up missing. I was working for C.I.A from Baraka, Michal Spansavanu from Baraka at H2O Beach in Mamaia, which Impaneta is also owned by the Mafia. If you didn't know, now you know. The mayor's brother, the Mafia. Anything that's exported, imported from Costanza, which is the beach, they have their hands in it. So I was working for them when my girlfriend was supposed to join me, and she never did. Because I refused to work with Tom Boxer anymore as his DJ. I refused to work with Levi Moranu and make his Moldovan ex-prostitute wife beats. Because I refused to work with these people, and I used to sit and have dinner with these people, and they know I know all about them. And so to send me a message, this is what they did. So now I'm homeless on the street. I can't find a job in this country. Not doing anything because they just say they're half-hack reject DJs, so-called wannabe singers are more talented than me. An American that grew up in the music industry all his life and that started the rave scene, been an MC, studied dance all my life, helped bring, the notorious Beyonce to this country, to Cluj, DJ'd with Jam Master Jay, Carl Cox, Adam F., Aphrodite, J Magic. I mean, you name it, me and my friends did it. When it comes to techno, drum and bass, I DJ'd with the best guys, and you know what a lot of them said? I never ever want to DJ after you. Because when I DJ, I smash them. And that's what we do. If you're not a good DJ, you're not going to play before me or after me because you will get schooled. Every Romanian DJ that I've played with, I've done this to. Because they're simply guys that just download music and they're not talented. They don't know anything about vinyl. I worked at a record store for 6 years. I was the head buyer of music. I know all about music. So when Nika Garu and Levi Moranu start paying club owners and everyone not to work with me because they put the fix in on my lady, this is how I give her some justice, and this is how I close the door and post. I'm going to post this up on YouTube, and maybe 1 or 2 people will see it, but at least I did it for me, for Jesus, for God, for Mihaela. So thank you for your time, and this is how I report about my life. Nothing else to do being homeless and cold on the streets. Again, I hope this night passes fast. It's pretty cold. Be blessed. Love and light. Fashion TV is just right over there. I really don't care about those pimps. And the wonderful Illuminati that they work for. The smugglers and killers of women, children, and babies internationally all over the world. And they erect their monument to show who they are protecting. Nika Garu and Levi Moranu. Have a blessed night.